Hey, what's going on, everyone? Happy Monday. Hopefully, you all have absorbed all four core elements so that y'all can see the amazing creatures that you truly are. I know I haven't been up on any of my social media platforms in a while in terms of vocal or speech content. That's because I have been deterring myself from social media in general, not just observing from afar. I really just haven't been active on social media. There's a few reasons why. One kind of will correlate with why I look so unkept, and it's because I have been living very much in the moments of authenticity. And I know in today's age, folks love to see beings being authentic. They don't always have to be so well kept. They don't always have to speak so articulately and or robotically. And you all know I've worked through dialectal behavioral therapy. So that's one. Two, again, living in the moment. As you can see, my couch is unkept, and it's because I have been, over the weekends, I will live in the moment by sleeping in the living room and, watching old school cartoons and TV shows. Right now, I'm really into VR Troopers, Beetleborgs. What else is there? Super Sentai, if you're into any of the Asian slash Japanese type fighting style television shows. So that's just a little bit. And then I've also, because, I've dedicated this portion of my life to life beyond hurt and pain. And it's true, I really have been focusing so much more on showcasing my positiveness in real time, or IRL, in real life. With that being said, now that I've invested a lot of love into myself, I would like to now center myself around a being or a group of, let me just use pronouns. I would like to attract a guy or a group of guys who almost are like a bromance, and I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I had to really dissect, as a being who is based out of love, to dissect emotions and empathy. I do want empathetic men around me where we can do small things like go to the gym, we can roughhouse sometimes, so on and so forth. We can kiss, hug, go on bro dates, whatever case may be, but also we don't have to necessarily have the romantic aspect to where we're spending 24/7 quality time. I know a lot of beings in their 30s typically go through this, and it's obviously because we have some experience. We have experience, hopefully, with dating. We have experience with being in a relationship. We have experience with, being in the workforce, doing things that we like to do, aka our what is it, interests and hobbies, I guess, so to speak. Now that I know what those are, and what I want to continue to do from here on out, in terms of incorporating those things into my daily life, that's just where I'm at. I do know that I prefer he, him pronouns or he, they pronouns. Nothing wrong with she, her pronouns. However, I resonate more, not that I am this hyper masculine man. I just know that I am non binary, and because of that, I can sometimes take the more effeminate role within relationships. And again, relationships don't necessarily have to be romantic. Or just be a more empathetic male. Okay. I do play around with my gender expression, but those are topics for another day. I just really wanted to come up here to say that if you are someone who are in your 30s or close to your 30s, because my age variant is very small. It's a 4-year age gap. I'm 32, so the youngest is 28, okay? And the oldest, 36. I've been there in terms of working prior to working on my parental wounds, I've already chased the older men. I've never really been attracted to men who are younger than I am, not because of an intellect disconnect or anything, but just more so, they just look a little too young. And on top of that, I don't want to be daddy, even though, I am daddy. But nonetheless, if you are someone who, again, doesn't mind a queer, intellectual, Black, Native American guy, please, by all means, feel free to reach out to me. And I will also say this as a disclaimer: I am neurodivergent. So a lot of times I will go ghost, or it takes me a while to respond, but it's because I am sensitized or desensitized from, again, technology, and I'm just trying to resensitize myself so that I can maintain contact if you are not in the Cleveland area, because I also love to travel. So if you also live in a different city or state, don't feel afraid to reach out to me, because you never know, I might want to travel to see what your city and or state is like. And again, just have fun. All right, I'm out. Bye.